The station smelled like burnt metal and recycled air. Jake sat on the edge of docking bay 17, opening the small metal lunchbox he carried every day. Inside was the same thing as always, a sandwich and a cheap protein bar. Construction work on orbital stations didn't pay much, but it was honest work. As he took a bite, he noticed someone sitting across the bay. She looked strange. Her skin shimmered faintly silver under the harsh station lights. Her eyes were large and deep violet, and she wore simple clothing that looked almost too plain for a traveler. Most people on the station avoided aliens. Jake didn't. He walked over slowly. "Hey," he said. "You okay?" The alien woman looked up at him. Her expression was difficult to read, but her gaze moved briefly to the sandwich in his hand. Jake followed her eyes and chuckled. "Haven't eaten, huh?" She shook her head slowly. Without thinking much about it, Jake sat down beside her and tore his sandwich in half. "Here." She hesitated, then carefully took the piece. They ate in silence. After a moment, she spoke softly. "Why did you share your food with me?" Jake shrugged. "Because you looked hungry? That is all?" "Yeah, pretty much." She studied him for a long moment. Then she stood. "Thank you, human." And she left. Jake didn't think about it again until 3 days later. The alarm started first. Every screen across the station flickered to life. Thousands of alien ships appeared outside the viewing windows. Not dozens, thousands. Massive alien warships surrounded the station like a metal ocean. Panic spread instantly. The station commander's voice echoed through the speakers. "All personnel remain calm." The message cut out. A new face appeared on every screen. It was her, the same alien woman, only now she wore armor made of glowing crystal and silver metal. Her voice carried authority that silenced the entire station. "I am Empress Kylira, ruler of the Astrix Imperium." Jake nearly dropped his wrench. "I recently visited your station in disguise. I wished to observe humanity without influence or ceremony." The room went completely silent. Among thousands of individuals, only one human offered kindness to a stranger. Her violet eyes looked directly into the camera. "Jake Morales." Jake froze. Every worker slowly turned to look at him. "Please come to the docking bay," the Empress said. "You and I have much to discuss." Jake sighed. Well, I guess that sandwich was expensive after all.
Colony School 14 was rough. Most kids there were the children of miners and factory workers. Bullying happened all the time, especially to new students. So when the strange alien girl walked into class, everyone stared. Her skin was pale blue, her eyes glowed faintly, and her voice was barely louder than a whisper. The teacher introduced her. "This is Lyra. She will be joining our class." The bullying started before lunch. Kids mocked her voice, her appearance, her strange accent. Except for one person, Daniel. He sat quietly next to her in the cafeteria. "You can sit here if you want," he said. She nodded slowly. When the bullies started laughing again, Daniel slid his lunch tray toward her. "You can have some." Her eyes widened. "You would share your food with me?" "Yeah," he said. "Friends share stuff." She looked confused, but she smiled. It was the first smile anyone had seen from her. They ate together every day that week. Then suddenly, she disappeared. No explanation, no goodbye, just gone. Life went on until 2 weeks later.
The sky turned black. Gigantic alien ships filled the atmosphere. The colony panicked. Military forces scrambled. Then every screen across the planet activated. A massive throne room appeared, and sitting on the throne was Lyra. Except now, she wore royal armor and a glowing crown. Her voice echoed across the entire planet. "I am Lyra Valoran, Crown Empress of the Valoran Dominion." People stared in shock. "My visit to your world was a test." She paused. "Many mocked me. Many ignored me. But one human treated me as a friend." Her glowing eyes softened. "Daniel Harper." Daniel nearly fell off his chair. "I will not forget your kindness." The alien fleet slowly moved away from the planet. And from that day forward, humanity had a very powerful friend. Nobody noticed the homeless man on the corner, except the alien woman. She watched him carefully. His clothes were worn, his beard messy. But when he saw her staring at a street food cart, he walked over. "You hungry?" She nodded slightly. He bought 2 sandwiches, then handed one to her. "That's my dinner," he said, "but sharing's good karma." She studied him curiously. "You are poor, yet you give." He shrugged. "Yeah, well, hunger sucks." She smiled faintly. "Thank you, human." Then she disappeared into the crowd. 3 days later, alien warships filled Earth's orbit. Governments panicked, military forces mobilized. Then a message broadcast across the entire planet. A throne room appeared on screen, and sitting there was the same woman. "I am Empress Thalara of the Orion Sovereignty." Her voice echoed worldwide. "I came to Earth in disguise. I wish to see how humans treat strangers." Her eyes softened. "One man shared his only meal with me." She paused. "Bring me the human called Marcus." Marcus stared at the television from his cardboard shelter. Cargo routes were lonely. Tom had been flying the same route for 15 years. Just him, his ship, and silence. One night the ship alarm woke him. "Unauthorized life form detected." Tom grabbed a wrench and went searching. He found her in the cargo hold, an injured alien woman. Blood shimmered like liquid light. She looked terrified. Tom sighed. "Well, guess you're my passenger now." He patched her wounds, gave her food, and hid her from scanners. For 2 weeks she stayed aboard. They talked, laughed, shared stories. Then when they reached the next station, hundreds of alien warships appeared. Tom stared out the window. "That's probably bad." The alien woman stood beside him. "No," she smiled. "It is not." Moments later, soldiers entered the ship and bowed. "Your Majesty." Tom blinked. "Your what?" She turned to him. "I am Empress Erin, and you saved my—" The war had lasted 6 years. Humans and the Kethari Empire fought across dozens of star systems. Hatred ran deep. During one battle, Sergeant Elias captured an injured Kethari officer. Regulations said prisoners got minimal resources, but Elias ignored that. He gave the alien water, food, medical supplies. His squad mocked him. "Why help the enemy?" Elias shrugged. "Because he's dying." Years later, the war ended. Peace talks began. Elias attended the ceremony as part of the human delegation. Then, the Kethari leader entered the room, tall, armored, and very familiar. The alien stared at Elias, then smiled. "You saved my life." The room fell silent. I am Emperor Vethar, and because of you, humanity has my respect. The peace treaty was signed that day, and a small act of kindness ended a war.